RocKidZ Live.
Bienvenidos chicos a un nuevo episodio de RocKidZ Live.
Today we are starting a new series
Hoy vamos a empezar una nueva serie
because we have just completed the other one.
porque ya hemos terminado la otra.
Who can tell me what the other one was?
¿Qué era la otra?
It was the fruits of the Spirit, yeah.
Eran los frutos del Espíritu, muy bien.
I hope many of you guys have learned that verse.
Esperamos que muchos de ustedes hayan aprendido esos versos
And we know that this new series
y sabemos que esta nueva serie
will bless you
los va a bendecir
in such a great way.
en una gran manera.
So let's pray
So, vamos a orar
to begin this new series and episode of RocKidZ Live.
para empezar esta nueva serie.
Jesus,
Jesús,
thank you.
gracias.
Thank you for loving us,
Gracias por amarnos,
for caring for us,
por cuidar de nosotros
and for always teaching us everything new about your scriptures.
y por siempre enseñarnos nuevas cosas de ti en tu palabra.
Help every single kid of this world and that is watching this video
Ayuda a cualquier niño que esté viendo estos episodios
learn
a aprender
and draw closer to you.
y acercarse más a ti.
Thank you for everything.
Gracias por todo.
In Jesus' name we pray.
En nombre de Jesús oramos.
Amen.
Amén.
Guys, in this new series we're going to be talking about important characters of the Bible.
En esta serie vamos a hablar de personajes importantes de la Biblia.
And specifically today,
Y hoy
we're going to talk about Jacob.
vamos a hablar sobre Jacob.
His story is like all over the Bible.
Su historia es bien larga.
And specifically in chapters 25 to 31 of the Bible of the book of Genesis,
Y en Génesis 25 al 31
we find things that are relevant to Jacob's life.
encontramos la historia o unas cosas que son de la vida de Jacob.
And today is just going to be an introduction,
Y hoy estamos dando una introducción
and you guys
y ustedes
are going to help me
nos van a ayudar
unpack the story.
a revelar la historia.
So after this episode,
Después de este episodio,
you are going to be in charge
ustedes van a estar en cargo
of reading
de leer
certain events of his life
algunos eventos de su vida
so you can know more of God's purpose.
para que puedan aprender más del propósito de Dios.
The Bible
La Biblia
itself has many books.
tiene muchos libros
And the book of Genesis
y el libro de Génesis
is known as the beginnings.
es conocido como el principio,
So that's like the start of something.
o sea, el principio de algo.
It is in the book of
Es
Genesis
en el libro de Génesis
that you find the creation
que
story,
encuentras la creación,
that you find the fall,
la caída del hombre,
and then you find like the flood,
encuentras el diluvio
and you find many stories
y encuentras muchas y muchas historias
that set the foundation
que hicieron la fundación
of what God intended,
de lo que Dios quiso
but what really happened.
y lo que pasó.
So with that in mind,
So, con eso en mente,
as we go into this series,
como vamos a esta serie,
I want each and every single one of you
quiero que cada uno de ustedes
to ask God
que le pregunten a Dios
to reveal His ultimate purpose
que les revele su propósito
through the characters that we're going to study.
por los personajes que vamos a estar estudiando.
So let's get right to it.
So, vamos a empezar.
Jacob,
Jacobo, Jacob,
and I did this little thing, but I just realized that it wasn't going to be able to zoom out, so I'm going to be using this as my notes because it's a really long story.
so, vamos a ver esto como estas notas para que se lo vean.
So this says, welcome to the story of Jacob.
Dice, bienvenidos a la historia de Jacob.
And obviously, there were parents.
Y Jacob tuvo sus padres.
The mom's name was Rebecca,
La mamá se llamaba Rebeca
and the dad's name was Isaac.
y el papá se llamaba Isaac.
Have you heard of Isaac before?
¿Han escuchado de Isaac antes?
Well, in the fruits of the Spirit,
En los frutos del Espíritu,
in that series,
en esa serie,
we talk about Abraham.
hablamos de Abraham.
Now stay with me.
A ver, que esté conmigo.
Abraham and Sarah
Abraham y Sara
had to be patient
tuvieron que estar paciente
to wait for a son.
para esperar por un hijo.
And would you believe
Y pueden creer
that Isaac was that son?
que Isaac fue ese hijo.
Isn't that great?
Eso es asombroso, ¿eh?
So keep in mind,
Sí, que eso en su mente. Abraham
was the father
fue el papá
of Isaac.
de Isaac.
Isaac and Rebecca
y Rebeca
had twins.
tenían gemelos.
So 2 babies in one stomach.
So, 2 bebés en un estómago.
That's mind-blowing as
Es
well.
grande, man.
But you know,
Pero ya saben,
the first one was named Esau,
el primero fue Isaú
and the second one was
y
Jacob.
el segundo fue Jacob.
And that just means that Esau came out of the stomach first,
Isaú salió de la barriga primero
and then Jacob followed after.
y Jacob fue el segundo.
Okay, so repeat. Mom is Rebecca,
So, la mamá es Rebeca,
Isaac is dad,
Isaac es el papá,
twin number 1 is Esau,
el gemelo número 1 es Isaú
twin number 2 is Jacob,
y el gemelo número 2 es Jacob.
and granddaddy is
Y el gran papá,
Abraham.
Abraham.
Okay, so hopefully you got that. Now, as they were growing older, Jacob and Esau had different characteristics.
Ahora, como estaban creciendo, los dos hermanos tenían diferentes características.
So not all siblings are the same.
So, no todos los gemelos o no todos los hermanos son iguales.
You know, like one is more athletic than the other.
Tal vez uno sea más atlético que el otro,
One is better at doing schoolwork than the
uno es
other.
mejor académicamente que el otro,
One likes to cook and another one likes to clean.
uno tal vez le gusta limpiar y otro le gusta cocinar.
And those are just characteristics of us.
Y esas son diferentes cosas que nos hacen a nosotros.
So Esau was not only the firstborn,
So, Isaú no solamente fue el primero,
but he was tough,
pero era fuerte,
he was hairy,
era peludo,
he was a hunter.
era un
He went and looked for animals and he killed them.
él cazaba animales
Yes. And he was daddy's favorite.
y era el favorito de su papá.
Because, you know, I don't know why.
Así era,
Just because.
era su favorito.
And Jacob, on the other hand,
Pero Jacobo,
was
o
the
Jacob,
second one.
fue el segundo,
He was quiet.
era silencioso,
He liked to stay at home.
le gustaba quedarse en su casa,
He enjoyed cooking with his mom.
le gustaba cocinar con su mamá
And so, he was mommy's favorite.
y era el favorito de mamá.
So, that is the family or the household that Jacob and Esau were in.
So, esa era la familia que Jacob estaba.
Okay. So, then Isaac started to become old.
Luego Isaac empezó a hacerse de mayor edad.
And you know, old people, they tend to not be able to hear.
Son personas mayores ya empiezan a no poder escuchar,
They can barely move a lot.
no se pueden mover mucho
And they can't really see.
y no pueden ver tampoco.
And that just happens as you get older.
Eso pasa cuando vas creciendo en edad.
And sometimes it just, you're born with that, you know?
Y a veces es así desde tu nacimiento.
But this was the case with Isaac at this point.
Pero ese era donde estaba Isaac en ese momento.
So let me tell you one more interesting thing about the historical context of this.
So, déjame decirte una cosa más que es muy interesante.
And back in the day,
En los últimos, atrás en el pasado,
the blessing, or like when a dad died,
cuando un papá muere,
his inheritance
lo que era de él
was a bigger portion towards the first child.
era más para el primer hijo mayor.
So in this case, who was the oldest child technically?
So, en este caso, ¿quién era el mayor?
Esau, right? Because he was
Esaú,
born first.
porque él salió primero.
So therefore,
So, entonces,
when Isaac dies,
cuando Isaac murió,
Esau had the biggest blessing
Isaú tenía la bendición mayor,
because he was the firstborn.
porque era el primero nacido.
You guys got that?
¿Entienden eso?
So Isaac, at his old age,
So, Isaac a su tarde edad
asked Esau to go hunt
le preguntó a Esaú que fuera a cazar
and bring him a meal
y que le trajera una comida
and to prepare for him
y que la preparaba
so that after eating it,
para después de comérsela
Isaac could bless his firstborn with the ultimate blessing.
y Isaac le podía dar la bendición a su hijo mayor.
And Rebecca, the mom,
Y Rebeca, la mamá,
was hearing over the window or
escuchaba eso.
the door. I don't know what it was.
Estaba escuchando lo que estaba diciendo.
And she was like, there is no way that Esau is going to take that blessing and Jacob is not going to get as great as a blessing.
So, entonces, ella dice que ella no iba a dejar pasar que Isaú tuviera esa promesa y no Jacob.
So, they developed a plan.
So, hicieron un plan
And Rebecca goes to Jacob
y Rebeca va a Jacob
and she says, hey, you're going to deceive your father.
y dice, tú vas a engañar a tu papá,
And you're going to tell him that you're Esau
va a decirle que tú eres Isaú
so that you
para que tú
can get the firstborn blessing.
tengas la gran bendición.
And so
Y
Jacob
entonces Jacob
complied to that plan.
hizo el plan.
And while Esau was hunting out in the field,
Cuando Isaú estaba cazando por la comida,
Jacob put animal skin or animal hair in his body,
Jacob se puso vestimenta de animal
and he put on some clothes of Esau
y se puso una ropa de Isaú
and took a meal to his
y le
dad
llevó la comida a su papá
and lied to
y
him
le mintió
and told
y
him
le dijo
that he was Esau.
que era Isaú.
So after eating the meal,
Después de comerse la comida,
Isaac ended up blessing Jacob.
Isaac terminó bendiciendo a Jacob
And Esau,
y Isaú,
when he found out,
cuando escuchó de eso,
he got mad,
se enojó
and Isaac,
y
Esau got mad,
Isaú se enojó,
so Jacob
Jacob
fled away.
se fue a correr.
So meaning like he literally ran away from home
Él se fue de su casa
because he was running away for his life.
porque estaba corriendo por su vida.
Because Esau was upset that
Okay.
he had just deceived his father into giving the other the blessing.
Porque Isaú se enojó que su papá le haya dado la bendición a Jacob.
Now, if you want to talk about drama,
Si habla sobre drama,
this sounds some drama to me.
esto es drama aquí.
And you may have a lot of questions.
Tal vez tenga muchas preguntas.
Why is lying in the Bible?
Porque mintiendo está en la Biblia.
You know, like, what is going on? This is not supposed to be the right thing. We're told not to lie.
¿Qué está pasando? Nos han dicho que no debemos de mentir.
What do you mean this person got a blessing after he deceived his own father?
¿Cómo puede ser que esta persona haya tenido una bendición después de mentirle a sus padres?
And that is why
Y eso es porque
I ask each and every single one of you
le decimos a cada uno de ustedes
to ask God
que le pregunten a Dios
for him to reveal his ultimate purpose.
para que Él revele su propósito
Through the character of Jacob.
por Jacob.
And Jacob wasn't the ideal person to bless.
Y Jacob no era la persona ideal para bendecir.
I mean, first of all, he was a liar.
Era un mentiroso.
And then he ran away.
Y luego corrió.
So he wasn't even brave.
So, no era valiente.
So why would God allow that, you know?
So, ¿por qué Dios permite eso?
But God is sovereign,
Pero Dios es soberano,
meaning that he is in control of everything.
diciendo que Él tiene el control de todo.
And he knows why every single thing happens.
Y Él sabe por qué cada cosa sucede.
In this intro into the book of, or the person of Jacob,
Y en esta introducción a Jacob,
we learn a little bit of the beginning of God's plan.
aprendemos algo del principio del plan de Dios.
Because I know I'm throwing you a lot of information right now.
Sabemos que estamos dando mucha información,
That's important why you read your
pero
Bible.
es importante cuando leen su Biblia.
Because a summary won't just do it for you. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward it a little.
So, vamos a ir un poquito más adelante.
And I'm not gonna say much
No voy a decir mucho,
because I want you guys to read it.
porque quiero que ustedes lo lean.
And this requires further study.
Y esto requiere más estudio.
So for this week's challenge,
So, por esta semana, su reto,
I want you
quiero que ustedes
to read chapter 29 of Genesis.
Lean el capítulo 29 de Génesis.
Just 29. In this chapter, we're going to talk to you about
Y este capítulo le va a hablar
a little bit more
un poquito más
of what happened
de lo que pasó
to Jacob.
a Jacob.
So, after this episode,
Entonces, después de este episodio,
there's going to be 2 songs,
hay 2 canciones
and you're going to worship.
y van a adorar
And worship is to the Lord
y adorar a Dios
and to the Lord alone.
y solamente a Dios.
So you're going to say hallelujah.
Vamos a decir aleluya.
You're going to lift your hands in the
Van a
air,
levantar sus manos.
both of them in the
Las
air.
dos en el
You're
cielo.
going to clap.
Van a aplaudir.
You're going to
Van
dance.
a danzar.
You're going to do whatever in the world it is that you need to do.
Lo que necesites hacer.
To do what?
¿Para hacer qué?
To put a smile in God's face.
Para poner una sonrisa en la cara de Dios.
You know, God is worthy of every single praise.
Sabes que Dios se merece cada adoración.
And you,
Y ustedes,
your young ones,
los pequeñitos,
are created
son creados
for the glory
para la gloria
of the Most High God.
para Dios.
You, my dear one,
Ustedes,
are
pequeñitos,
important,
son importantes,
are loved,
son amados,
are identified,
son identificados.
you are cared for
Eres criado
by an awesome God.
por un Dios asombroso.
So worship that awesome
So
God.
adoren a ese gran Dios.
And stay tuned
Y queden conectados
for the next episode
para el próximo episodio
of RocKidZ
de
Live.
RocKidZ.
Okay, guys.
Ok, chicos.
Again with my okay, guys.
Que trabajen su ok, guys.